Welcome to the Mindset Chick podcast. If you are looking to stop settling and want to gain the clarity and confidence to manifest the life and biz of your dreams, then this show is for you. I'm your host, Kristi Dear, sharing with you simple yet powerful and effective mindset tips that will allow you to attract more abundance, prosperity, and success into your life. So get ready, get excited, and let's go manifest some amazing things together. Hey, and welcome back to the Mindset Chick podcast. I am so happy to have you here. And the start of November, I'm super excited about November because it's my birthday month and it's getting cool and crisp here in Texas. And it's time to start pulling out the sweaters and the leggings and the boots and all the things. And plus it's Thanksgiving. It's also a time in the month where we get together, friends, family, and just celebrate Thanksgiving, celebrate being thankful and grateful for everything that we have. And to me, it just symbolizes a month of appreciation and gratitude. So that is what we are going to be talking about this month. Gratitude, appreciation, just really invoke these emotions. Really, not just saying it, but really waking up in appreciation and gratitude every day to allow you to live a more joyful life. And also it will support you to manifest your goals faster. Also in our Manifest Fast Facebook group, you can find daily affirmations that are going to go along with gratitude and appreciation this month that you can share, you can save, you can, follow along and do the daily mantras with me. So that will support you to also live every day this month in November with a grateful and thankful heart. But before we start, let's dive into our Mindset Chick mantra that we say at the beginning of all of the Mindset Chick podcast. So if you're in a place where you can close your eyes and really feel into it, I want to encourage you to do that. Here we go. I am receiving now. I am receiving all of the wealth, health, blessings, and prosperity that the universe has for me now. And so it is. It's funny. I read a lot of different books on self-development and law of attraction and all the things. Of course, I talk about it a lot on my podcast. And I also have a link, shopwithkristidear.com, that has a lot of different books that I really love on there. So you can browse those and see some of my top faves. But it's so interesting. Out of all of the books that I've read, and I was going through my office the other day and I was like, wow, I really have a lot of books. And I've read a lot. And not only do I have paperback, but I also have Kindle too. So, and I thought about this. I'm like, out of all these books, pretty much every single one of the common denominators of every single one of these books talking about how to live a more joyful life, how to manifest what you desire, how to get in vibrational harmony with that which you wish to manifest, how to increase love, all the things, even how to get to a healthy weight, really, is to appreciate what you have now, is to be in gratitude, is to not constantly look at the next thing that you have to tackle and the next thing and the next thing. Just like the episode 101 podcast with Brianne, she talks about, living a treadmill life, just going from the next goal to the next goal to the next goal without stopping and really appreciating what she already had. And the common denominator of pretty much all these books that I've read is the same thing. They always talk about gratitude. They always talk about how important it is to be grateful, to think and not even just think about all the blessings and riches that you already have, but to really feel into them. Stop and just take a moment and think, wow, look at this house that I have. Look at this roof over my head. Look at the food in my fridge, the running water, the shoes on my feet, the clothes on my back, the car I'm driving, my cell phone, electricity. There's so many things to be grateful for. Sometimes we can just wake up and think that's just the norm. When I was growing up, there was a time in my life where food was scarce and we really had to cut back and we didn't really go out to dinner. And if we did go out to dinner, we ordered water, which is totally fine. I love water. I drink a lot of water, but we didn't have an abundance of food in the pantry and food in the fridge. And we really had to be mindful of our spending. And it can sound like so simple, but just being able to have my pantry stocked with food or have my fridge stocked with food for myself, my husband, our kids is like something that I just once dreamed about. I once dreamed about having, even pulling into our garage. There were times when Alex and I didn't have a garage and, having to get in and out when it's cold, when it's snowing, when it's raining, things like that, like having a garage. And I remember when we got our first house, and I pulled into the garage. I was with my friend. She was in the car and I pulled into our garage and I said, "Thank you, God, for our garage." And she's like, "Garage? You're saying thank you to God for a garage?" I'm like, "Yeah, I am." Because I know what it's like not to have a garage. And I enjoy pulling my car into the garage. And when it's cold outside, I can get out in the warm garage or warmer. Or if it's raining especially with young kids, there are so many things sometimes that we can take for granted. Even all the success that we've already manifested, all of the things that we've already manifested in our life, we can forget that that was once a thought. See, everything in your life right now is a manifestation of your previous thoughts and actions and feelings and all the things. So everything around you was once just a thought, just an idea, right? So stopping and taking in an appreciation for what you do have in your life is so, so powerful. And I want to encourage you that hopefully you're doing this, because I've talked about this on previous episodes about before your feet hit the ground, think of 3 things that you're grateful and thankful for. But if you got out of the habit, I want to encourage you to start doing that again every single day in the month of November. And if you have been doing that every day and that has become a normal daily habit for you, to up it to thinking of 10 things. So getting in the habit before your feet hit the ground of thinking of at least 3 things that you are thankful and grateful for. That's going to set the tone for your day. That's going to set the emotion, the feeling for the day, right? And I just want to take a moment to say thank you. Thank you for listening to this podcast. Thank you for sharing this podcast. Thank you for implementing the tools that I've shared, because my wish, my dream, my goal for you is to live a life that you enjoy waking up to. And if there's something in your life that you desire to have, to know the tools, to be able to feel supported, to manifest what you desire, to clear any of the junk, to clear any blocks, anything that's standing in your way, so that you can show up fully and really, really live how you want to live, how God intended you to live, to be able to shine your light bright. You know what? When we're not happy, when we're feeling overwhelmed, when we're feeling stressed, it's really hard to be a light to other people. It's really hard to be kind to other people. It's really hard to have compassion for other people. It's hard to volunteer. It's hard to do things that we would normally do as human beings if we're stressed, worried, tired, feeling broken, all the things. So the more you show up and shed what's no longer serving you so you can shine your light bright for others, the more of a blessing you are to yourself and for other people. And so, it's not easy. It's easier to be comfortable. It's easier to complain. It's easier to say, woe is me. This is just my life. I can't help it. It's not as easy to say, you know what? Every day I'm a work in progress and I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep discovering things that I need to let go of. And I'm going to keep working on myself. And I'm going to work every day to be a better version of myself. And so I just want to say thank you. I am grateful and thankful for you, my friend. There's a story I was reading the other day, and it was about a very successful businessman. And he said, everyone around me is complaining these days about shortages. There have been food shortages, supply chain problems, high gas prices, and a shortage of money because of rising prices. In my business, we've had to deal with shortages for a long time, but we've prospered anyways. We plan to thrive, not just survive. I love that attitude. We plan to thrive and not just survive. And you know what? You can even add on to that and say, I'm going to be grateful for the business that I do have. I'm going to be grateful for the things that I already have. I'm going to step in appreciation and gratitude. You know, it's so interesting. I've heard this from people when they reach a goal, but then they're like, well, it's not my big goal. I've reached this goal, but it's not my big goal. Or I reached this goal, but a couple years ago, I had surpassed this goal. Like, this is okay. It's not that big of a deal. Or everyone around me is feeling the same struggle. We're all struggling. We're all struggling to attract the right business partners, customers, clients, all the things. And I just want to say, blah, 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 blah. If you want to stay stuck where you are, keep talking like you're talking, because you're not doing anybody any good by saying things like that. Like, you're literally keeping yourself in the same reality and then pulling everybody else in, or feeling better about your situation because, well, everybody. And I'm like, okay, everybody in the whole world. I mean, come on now. There are people who are prospering right now. There are people who are attracting customers, clients, business partners every day. There are people out there living their dream lifestyle. There are people out there doing the things that you desire to do. And that's not to make you jealous. That's not to make you compare yourself. That is showing you that it's possible because what? God doesn't play favorites. If you think that somebody else's success is not possible for you, my friend, that's only because you would have to believe that God plays favorites. That's the only way. You would have to believe that God plays favorites. And if you don't believe in that, then you know that somebody else's success can be yours too. It absolutely can. So I really try to energy clear. If I hear anything like that, I'm like, nope, cancel, because I don't want to allow that to affect my energy. It's just like this businessman was saying, people around complaining, but he was still prospering. It's just like the book Think and Grow Rich with Napoleon Hill. He talks about people in the Great Depression still prospering. I mean, we can have a poor mindset, right? We can have a rich mindset. We can be innovative. We can say, hey, things are changing, but what could I do to be on the cutting edge? How could this help me grow? What could I do instead? How can I learn? How could I do things differently instead of saying, oh, woe is me. Everything's expensive. Everybody else is feeling this way. I guess it's just not in the cards for me. I guess I'm just not meant to be successful. Everybody hates their job. Everybody hates their life. Complaining is normal, right? Make complaining abnormal. That's what we need to do. Yeah, that's what we need to do. We need to make sharing about our life and our big dreams and goals with people the norm for people to celebrate. Yay! I mean, that's how it is on our team. That's what I love about it. People can go in and go, you know what? My goal is this. And it could be outrageous. It could be so outrageous. And you know what? We are there cheering each other on. It's fun. Like, let's make it a game. Let's make it a game. Stop being so serious, judging. And that can actually inspire somebody else to be like, oh my gosh, yeah, let's go for it. And have fun with it. It happens. It doesn't. It's okay. Just have fun with it, right? Expand your comfort zone. So I love that. I love that story. We plan to thrive, not just survive. And maybe that's a mantra that you carry with you this month too. I'm not going to just survive anymore. I'm not going to just survive or just get by. I'm going to expand my comfort zone. I'm going to thrive this month. I'm going to up level my gratitude, my daily gratitude from 3 a day to 10 a day. Maybe you could find an organization that you could give back to this month. You could volunteer time. You could help make somebody else's a day or week or whatever. And, show that thankfulness, that gratefulness to them. Just be a light. I think of November as also, volunteering month and showing people who are in need that there's good in the world and there's good people and there's a lot of blessings. I feel like sometimes people in certain situations feel like there is no hope. There is nobody that cares about them. And when somebody feels like they're struggling and they're in need, when they see somebody else taking their time, maybe just donating things that you have at the house, but taking their time to really say, you know what, God cares about you. I care about you. You are worthy and deserving, and you are enough. I mean, that can change the world. That can change that person's life. So maybe thinking this month, like, getting out of your comfort zone, expanding your goals, expanding your dreams, expanding your volunteering, expanding your support to others, expanding maybe how you show up, letting people know more about how much you appreciate them, how grateful you are for them, giving people compliments, like spending this month just being the best version of you that you can be possible, And I think that waking up every morning with a grateful and thankful heart can set the tone for that day. So I'm going to end it with this quote that I love by Catherine Ponder. I saw this and I love her quotes. They're amazing. Okay. And it says, divine substance cannot be withheld from me now. Divine substance cannot be taken from me now. Divine substance manifests as money, 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 and as rich, appropriate supply in my financial affairs now. Divine substance is the one and only reality in every phase of my life, and I thrive now. Drop the mic. Boom. What do you think about that? I love it. I'm actually going to put this where I see this daily on my desk. I have a bunch of her affirmations and some other affirmations. Actually, I cut them out and I tape them to my desk and I read them daily. So this will be going in my collection as of now. And remember, friend, to dream big, follow your heart, and never give up on you because you're worth it. Thank you for joining me today on the Mindset Chick podcast. I hope this show has you waking up every morning excited about the new manifestations you have created in your life. And if you would honor me with a 5-star review over in iTunes, I will happily enter your name in my Mindset Chick swag giveaway. Make sure you add your name to the review and I will reach out to you if you're the winner. I really appreciate you spending your time with me. Be sure to visit me at mindsetchick.com for past episodes and more gifts that will help you to manifest your dreams into reality.